back with another live stream. This is Jacob Cast 2024. We are going to talk about WWE SmackDown tonight. We're going to talk about the news and rumors for wrestling. We will talk about the pay-per-view Bash in Berlin that will happen tomorrow morning. I have a lot to talk about. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my game that I played, Battlefield Hardlines, I did make a few videos a few hours ago. Make sure you guys check those out. Check out my gameplay walkthrough, Let's Play Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Check those out. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. I'll make this video like an hour and 20 minutes maybe. See how long it'll be. My video was sponsored by my favorite podcaster, Fightful Pro Wrestling, JD from New York, Sound the Sound Dog, Just Alec, Come Out With Commentary. Make sure you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys enjoy my video here. Now SmackDown tonight was pre-taped. The show was pre-taped because they're in Germany, in Berlin. So obviously SmackDown was pre-taped. The full recap is right here.
There can be very
LA Knight had an open challenge again. Look great Kaiser. Look great Kaiser. Look great Kaiser's on Monday Night Raw, but he's on SmackDown challenging LA Knight for the US title. In this open challenge match. That was the opener of the show. That would open the show tonight. The main event, we had Nia Jax defending her women's title in a street fight against Meechin. We did get Tiffany Stratton coming out, teasing the casting, but she didn't cast in. Nia Jax retained. We actually saw the return of Bayley, by the way. Bayley made her return. That's what we saw here on SmackDown. Hold on. Now that's what we saw here. Logan Kaiser, the hometown hero, guaranteed Gunther win in Berlin. That's what we saw in the main event. Nia Jax beat Meechin in a street fight despite Bayley's interference. So Bayley probably gonna continue feuding with her. Thank you for the person that's saying hello. How you doing? Thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. We had another great match with Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. Right now they're neck and neck. Carmelo Hayes overcame Andrade's in Thriller. They had a great match. So right now they're neck and neck. They're 2-2. Carmelo Hayes had 1-2. Andrade 1-2. I think we'll get one next week, or maybe in a few weeks to end the feud, because we saw this match a few times. Andrade and Carmelo have great chemistry together. They really have improved on being the main roster. We had a backstage segment with Grayson Waller apologizing to Austin Theory for messing with him. I think seeds are planted for a breakup with A-Town Down Under. Austin Theory, I think the rumors are true. Austin Theory might turn babyface. Maybe him and Waller might feud. We had an okay segment with Kevin Owens telling Cody Rhodes a secret before Bash in Berlin. We had a vignette with Nia Jax isn't afraid to get her hand dirty. We had this filler tag team match. Legado del Fantasma. Santos helped El Garza beat Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. This match was whatever, it was nothing special. There's the opener. LA Knight had a pretty good match with Ludwig Kaiser. Or should I say, Ludwig Kaiser? Yeah, Kaiser. I don't know why he's on SmackDown, but I guess it was an open challenge. I think LA Knight, since he won this, since he retained the title tonight against Kaiser, he may feud with Carmelo Hayes or Andrade. Maybe Carmelo Hayes, and they went at it a few weeks ago. Now here the countdown to Bash in Berlin. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens sit down for an interview. I That had to be during the pre-show. That was the kickoff show. This was a few hours ago. It was early in the morning. The kickoff show. Gunther and Randy Orton are ready to make history. The Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, send Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom running. Drew McIntyre can't stand Berlin or CM Punk. CM Punk guarantees a win and pain for Drew McIntyre. There was a hilarious sign that said Drew Fat and Tired. Not that good. I do think the line that Adam Pearce said 4 years ago, back during the pandemic, when he said Drew McIntyre, that will always be funny, by the way. Um, Now let's go back up for a minute. Now this is the promo package to hype up the pay-per-view. Gunther and Zayn training for countering the RKO. Here's the post show at 4:30, showing the build up to their matches. Only 5 matches on the card. 5 matches. Wait, what? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why I done. Don't know why I done that. Um. Now this is all we got on SmackDown. SmackDown was kind of boring and very lackluster. This is literally all we got. LA Knight and his open challenge. A fellow tag team match. We have vignette. We did have a bloodline vignette. We had Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes face to face. Nia Jax and Michin. That's what we got. Everything else was kind of filler. Now, like I said, the show was pre-taped, so of course nothing special. Next week will be live. So what we had was the mid card and the opening of the show. We had the WWE Championship in the middle of the show, like an afterthought. And we had the Women's Championship ending the show. Those were the only 3 things. Every note was kind of filler. Kevin Nash and Sting. That was in WCW. Here's No Mercy on September 1st, 6 o'clock. Pretty sure that's a night, right? NXT No Mercy is on Sunday. Okay. Joe Henry is headed to NXT No Mercy for a chance at the NXT Championship. Parker, Jada Parker win the NXT No Mercy Women's Gauntlet. JBL appears at TNA Emerge. I don't want TNA as a YouTube anymore.
Where are we? The home of the legendary sense of the world?
Alright. Now let me show you guys some of the other podcasters on here. Review McMahon Netflix series Nikki Cross's contract. 3 reportedly doesn't have production credits on McMahon Netflix documentary. Okay.
Yeah, I am exhausted. Just telling hours before we got up. I had no sleep. Yeah, my man has not slept. I was gonna leave for like 30 hours. And I've been hitting him with the touching of right now. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate the super chat. Let's get into this main event. This was a very strong main event. We main evented with the WWE Women's Championship. Nia Jax defended her belt in a street match. This was great. I love the way.
Anything else? I didn't miss anything else, no doubt. We did get Jade and Bianca send a message to Elia Alpha and Isla Dawn. I won't say Elia Dawn, but Alpha Isla Dawn. I forgot we had a vignette with the Bloodline. Solo Sokoa sends a message to Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I really don't. I think we're just waiting for Roman Reigns to come back. Why is Solo still going after Cody and Kevin Owens? When is Roman Reigns going to come back? When we get to tell this next chapter in the Bloodline story, when is the Bloodline Civil War coming up? Because SmackDown is suffering. SmackDown is becoming unwatchable. It's becoming the most boring show ever. They need more than just Cody Rhodes. Without Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, SmackDown fucking sucks. It does. As for the news and rumors, we have AEW All In, Bryan Danielson keeping career alive. He went to AEW World Champion. Swerve Strickland signed huge deal with AEW, and WWE believes he's overpaid. Dylan Garcia, his contract status. John Moxley returns. Kirsty Cortana is back. Now, we know Uncle Howdy made debut on Monday Night Raw. They're gonna make. They'll talk about their predictions, the best in Berlin, and No Mercy. The Ricochet fit in AEW. AEW like to believe Swerve is overpaid. Not your company no more. Giovanni Vinci will return next week on SmackDown. He had a great vignette tonight. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. Him and the single's gonna be great.
Fuck him. I'm not gonna be too diplomatic about how I feel. I just think a man gets.
They said that Nikki Bella DVR incident. What the hell that mean? I don't know.
Woman is not a man. Period. This isn't a situation where his life was. Clearly, this is an incident that's happened more than once because if we reach the point where they're saying, look, let's equitable. To new friends. You barely know. Annihilator. It looked.
Well, Solomon the sound off. My favorite YouTuber, back podcaster here. We're gonna see what he has to say first, and then we'll go to JD from New York. Might not play all of it.
Women's tag team title match, WWE title match. That's all that's on the agenda for tomorrow's show. They need Roman Reigns back as soon as possible. That much is clear. Coming out of this show, I don't know when his next appearance is going to be. He's not currently advertised, even for the SmackDown debut on USA. He was pulled. So I'm not sure exactly when we're going to see him again, but the sooner the better.
sooner we see him, the sooner we can move things along with the Bloodline story. Not much movement at all. Really no movement. As far as anything Bloodline related tonight, we had one pre-tape segment. That was about it. One last face-off between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. An intriguing segment for some of the little wrinkles they threw in there, including one story that I think we can extrapolate from this segment tonight is going to be told during their match tomorrow. I'll talk about what that is. We also had two titles on the line. We had a United States Championship match, actually an open challenge, and a WWE Women's Championship match, which at the very end featured the return of Bayley, the former champion who we have not seen since she lost the title to Nia Jax back at SummerSlam. Only one more SmackDown left on Fox before they move back to USA. We should throw a party here on the channel once they leave Fox. Adios. They will not be missed. We got one more to go. This is your Friday Night SmackDown review for August 30th, 2024. Second to last stream for the month of August. We got one more to go tomorrow. I am the Solid Monster. Do me a favor, like this video. Get those super chats on in if you would like to do so. You can support the channel and what I do. I certainly appreciate those of you who do so. I also want to give a quick plug here for those of you who may be interested in the Pro Wrestling Tees Labor night. Cole and Corey Graves will handle the commentary on Fridays. So that is the announced situation as it stands for the next few months. LA Knight was out first to a monster reaction for his United States title open challenge. He talked about how it has been 27 years since this learning tree gimmick began. No, I'm sorry. It's been 27 years since WWE was in Berlin for a meeting. So they were a little, use the open challenge. And blood. And there's no other obvious challenger right now for Cody, although I'm holding out hope that they could extend this Kevin Owens thing another month, depending on what happens tomorrow. I'd much rather see that than have them rematch Cody and Solo on that show to set up another Roman. I just can't imagine that they're going to run the same angle back a second time and have Cody and Solo and then have Roman yet again at SummerSlam make another grand return on that show. I don't want to see it.
Because we already saw it. And it wouldn't make any sense. Now, Cody Rhodes should not be in the same feud with the same goddamn people. Now, if Cody Rhodes beat Kevin Owens in a clean, decisive way, then you can't do a rematch. And you can't have Kevin Owens justify, I'm going to get a rematch. You can't do what you did with AJ Styles. At least with AJ Styles, it made sense. Why he lost clean and he retired, he faced the retirement, and then Cody Rhodes gave him a shot. Then they did the I Quit match because it made sense based on the storyline. But Kevin Owens, it doesn't. Unless the match ends in a DQ or a countdown. I don't know if the match is going to make it or not. And if it doesn't, or if it does, that'll just be a lame way to end it on this filler pay-per-view.
So hopefully this is just a tease and nothing more. Because the last thing I want to see is Solo Sikoa yet again challenging Cody Rhodes on a major show for the WWE title. You want to do it on TV. But honestly, I really don't have any interest in seeing it at all. We had SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis in the ring to introduce champion and challenger for Bash of Berlin, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, for one last face-to-face before their big showdown. Once they were in the ring, Aldis said, "Floor is yours," and he left the ring. Michael Cole said that it was nice to be back on SmackDown with a competent general manager. You know, he better watch himself. He is going to be back on Raw in January. It's not like he's gone forever. So I'd be a little careful with my mouth if I were him. So Owens started with Cody. What do you want to talk about? Cody said that everybody was all fired up about their big match tomorrow. WWE title. Owens got serious. He said, that's all well and good, but there actually is something I wanted to talk about. He said, I wanted to talk about what happened to your knee on the recent European tour. They had just shown highlights before this European tour that wrapped up. I want to talk about your knee and what happened on the tour. So Cody said, no, my knee is good. And he very quickly pivoted to a different topic. Wanted to talk about what happened last week when the two of them teamed up to take on and beat Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Cody brought up what happened after the match, when it looked as if, with his back turned, Kevin Owens might have been setting up to crack him in the back with the WWE title. Cody said, look, I'm not accusing you of anything, but with your track record, I had to ask the question. So Owens dismissed the question about his track record. He reiterated how everybody in that video that we saw last week, everybody that he betrayed had it coming and they deserved it, except for Kofi Kingston. For the second time, he looked into the camera and he again apologized to Kofi for what he did to him. Because Kofi is a nice guy who did not deserve it. So Owens brought up, look, you know of the relationship that I have with your dad. Because when Owens came in, it was in NXT and Dusty was there. So he asked Cody, how could you think I would stab you in the back? Cody suggested, well, maybe Owens is a little upset. Maybe he's a little angry. Back in 2015, 2016, when Cody left the company and ventured out on his own, he said that he walked into or visited the same rooms that Owens walked into and Owens came. And he walked into those rooms with many of the same people that Owens did, basically implying the Young Bucks and not only the run of Ring of Honor that he had and stuff in New Japan, but of course starting AEW, all that stuff without mentioning it. And he said when it comes to this renaissance in the pro wrestling industry, maybe Owens doesn't get enough credit and I get too much credit. Owens said he wouldn't do that he kind of glossed over it and ignored it. But he said he wouldn't do that to Cody. Once again, he asked about his knee. He brought it back to Cody's knee. Owens said that he was getting text messages from people on the tour who said that Cody was limping badly in the back. He was spending an hour each night in the trainer's room. Cody referenced a few weeks ago when he first pitched the idea of this match. He asked Owens if he still feels like he, being Owens, is an unworthy challenge. So basically, Cody was doing everything he could to deflect away from this reported knee injury that he says doesn't exist and he's perfectly fine. But boy, he's really working hard here to not talk about this knee injury. And Owens won't let it go. And he says, if your knee is okay, then how come when you came out here you didn't kneel down on it like you normally do during your entrance? Owens said, it was 8 years ago yesterday that he won the Universal Championship. He said people told him he didn't deserve it. And the only reason he got it was because of Triple H. Which, if you go back and watch the match, that's exactly why he got it. Look, you can't really dance around it. Triple H, if you remember that fatal four-way on Raw, Triple H interfered in that match. We hadn't seen him since WrestleMania. He got involved. He directly caused the elimination of Roman Reigns. It came down to Owens and Seth Rollins, who had been buddy-buddy with Triple H up to that point because Triple H handpicked him to be part of the Authority. But that's the night that Triple H kicked him in the gut and gave him a pedigree, and then Owens just covered him and won the title. So, yeah, I would say that Triple H was pretty responsible for Kevin Owens winning that championship. It's funny how he brought that up, but he said that tainted his run as champion. Ruined the entire thing. He said he's still bitter about it to this day. I'm more bitter about the way his run ended and to whom it ended. Not so much how he won them. It is hard to believe, though, 8 years have gone by since Kevin Owens held one of the top belts in this company. And they even mentioned that it's been not 8 years, but it's been a few years since Owens has held a singles title. Might be like 3 or 4 years since Owens held any kind of singles title in WWE. I mean, it's pretty pretty surprising when you think about it in those terms, considering how long he's been with the company for. And maybe that entire time he wasn't always featured in main events, but I would say by and large he was probably featured more as a main event performer than a big card. We know he had all those matches in the pandemic, the early pandemic days against Roman Reigns in front of fans, and some matches in front of fans. And how many times did he fucking lose to Roman? Has Owens ever beaten Roman Reigns? I guess in that four-way match, you could say technically, because they were part of the same match. But I'm talking like one-on-one. I don't think Kevin Owens has ever beaten Roman Reigns.
Yes, he has. Didn't he beat him at the Royal Rumble? Remember? Back in 2017 at the Royal Rumble, he beat Roman Reigns because of Braun Strowman. He got involved.
So it's been a while since he's held singles gold. Owens asked, "What's going to happen when I beat you at Bash in Berlin?" And Cody took exception. He got very hot about this to Owens using the word "when." When you beat Cody said his knee is 100% rock solid. He said that he would be angry too because the day after Owens worked with Steve Austin at WrestleMania, he had to share the spotlight with Cody. Because if you remember, that was the WrestleMania where Cody made his return to the company. So all anybody was talking about was the return of Cody Rhodes coming from AEW to WWE. And it kind of did overshadow everything else. Cody said he loved Owens. He didn't quite say it the way that Jacob Fatu loves Solo Sikoa would. I love you, Solo. He didn't say it like that. But he did say that he loves Kevin Owens. And he questioned whether they could still be friends. Are we still going to be friends after Bash in Berlin? Why would you want to be friends? Did you not see the video they aired last week? I mean, this is a man who has had no issue sticking the knife in the back of his supposed friends multiple times before. I don't know that I would want to be friends with somebody like that. So that's what he wants to do. And Owens tossed the microphone down, he walked up to Cody, and he whispered something in his ear. And then he walked off. How many times this year has someone whispered something into Cody's ear? I don't get it. This is, I think, the third time this year that we've seen that. As far as what he told him, I'll tell you exactly what he told him. He told him, just remember, you asked for this. That's what Owens said to Cody before he left. So they've introduced a knee injury now for the match tomorrow at Bash in Berlin. So expect that to play heavily into the match. If Cody beats Owens, is Owens going to kick his leg out of his leg? It would be kind of appropriate considering his name. I mean, that's where the Owens name comes from. It's big Owen Hart. I think he named his son Owen, right? So maybe he'll pull an Owen and he'll kick Cody's leg out of his leg when the match is over out of frustration. It's possible. It's possible because that really is the story going into this match tomorrow. Can he be trusted? And is he going to turn on Cody Rhodes? Is Kevin Owens going to go heel again? Or are they just going to tease it? Are they going to walk right up to the line but not actually pull the trigger and do it? I think they've done a very good job of building this match entirely around that question of whether or not Owens can be trusted. Is he or is he not going to make the turn? This is a show that could definitely use another top view. You're asking me.
Well, I think it makes sense. If Cody Rhodes, now there had to be a screwy finish. The match could end by countout or by DQ. Maybe a screwy finish that protects Kevin Owens and justifies him wanting to get a rematch. Then he turns heel. Then on to Bad Blood in October, where the feud is more heated, more personal, and will be more interesting. And then we can have a stipulation. Because Bad Blood is a pay-per-view that need to be for the most personal feud, the most heated rivalries, like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, Solo and Roman Reigns, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Will it be Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes? If it's not, then I don't know who gonna fake Cody with the bad blood. Who is being built up? What top heel do we have on here? We don't have anyone. Unless you want to bring back The Rock, which I don't see happening. I don't know when The Rock coming back. He might come back for Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewels.
What would the best move be? It would be to turn Kevin Owens. I'm not convinced it's going to happen tomorrow, but I do think it probably is the smart move here because this show could definitely use somebody like him in that spot at the top of the card. And frankly, Kevin Owens is a better heel than he is a babyface. And he's a pretty damn good babyface. But he's an even better heel. We also don't know, and this is something I was wondering, we also don't know whether or not they're going to headline with this tomorrow, or if they're going to go with Randy Orton and Gunther. I think Orton and Gunther should get the spot on that show. If they do, then this match here is probably going to open the card tomorrow.
Yeah. I think it does make sense. Randy Orton and Gunther is actually more heated and more interesting. People looking forward to that. We're in Gunther's hometown. I think Gunther should main event with Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, the feud hasn't been that interesting. Been kind of stale and boring to me. I think it's just getting there.
Whichever World Championship match does not close the show is going to open the show. I can't imagine they're going to put them back to back. I think that's a pretty good chance it's going to be this one. It could depend on what the finish is, though. In the off chance that Kevin Owens actually wins the title, they probably want to close the show with that. I can't imagine them opening the show with that. But I have a feeling these two are going to open the card. Just how I feel. We got match number 4 between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Andrade came into this up 2-1 on Hayes. Andrade quickly landed a corkscrew plancha to Carmelo outside the ring. Back inside, Hayes came back with a springboard clothesline. The show went to commercial about a minute in. In the course of the match, one of the top turnbuckles was exposed when Hayes pulled the turnbuckle pad off. Andrade went to that corner. He paused when he realized that he was missing a turnbuckle pad. He turned into a super kick from Hayes, and then with both men on the middle rope, Andrade landed a springboard Spanish fly for a good near fall. The show went to a second commercial break. Later on, the two of them were battling on top. Andrade did a moonsault fall away slam for a near fall. Andrade perched Mello on the top in the corner with the exposed buckle. He was setting up for something, I don't know what it was, but Mello slipped down. Andrade fell face first down onto the exposed steel. Mello went to the top. He hit his nothing but net finish. He pinned Andrade to even the series up at 2 wins apiece. Another good match for these two. They work really well together. The crowd is whether it's in Berlin or back in the States, always gets up for it. They're consistently into these matches. And this wasn't even the best of the 4 they've had so far. But still good. Predictably, Carmelo ties things up as I figured he would. And now we get the deciding match. Now, I don't know if they're going to go to a best of 7. It's going to be at least the best of 5. It could go to 7. But whether it's ending at 5, whether it's ending at 7, I think that for as great as these matches have been so far, and having them on TV is fine. It's actually smart because you need to fill TV time, and these are great matches to throw out there on TV. Not only to kill time, like this one went through 2 commercial breaks, but you want to have some good matches that you save for the television show. But I think as good as these matches have been, the finale, whatever that is, it really should be on appeal. I don't know that it will, but if I'm Triple H, I'm looking at that last match, whether it's match number 5 or match number 7. I'm trying to get that on a major show. The problem is they're not going to be on the show tomorrow, and they don't have another PLE again until October 5th, which is Bad Blood. So I would rather go to a best of 7, so you can squeeze out 2 more matches on TV over the next few weeks, and then have match number 7, the deciding match, in Atlanta at Bad Blood. That way it doesn't get massacred by commercials. I'd like to see that final match be able to breathe and actually go without any commercial interruptions. The only way to do that is to get it on a PLE. If that means Triple H has to break his rule and have 6 matches instead of 5, then do it. Because they deserve that spot.
Doesn't it make the other PLE kind of worthless? The only major title changes that we got in was at WrestleMania and SummerSlam. The other pay-per-views, it just fill a pay-per-view with filler matches. The only title change that we've been getting is the tag team for the women.
The main event.
And no one cares about those.
We have Nia Jax defending the WWE Women's Championship against Michin in a street fight. This had the usual WWE street fight plunder. You had your kendo stick, you had your trash cans, you had your tables. In fact, Michin wheeled out, then placed her on one of the tables. Went to the ropes. Part of the reason is because, it's called a go-home show because it's the final show, your final real push for the pay-per-view. And they only have 2 SmackDown matches to show tomorrow. So even though we had video packages galore for a lot of the other stuff, really they were only promoting 2 matches for the show tomorrow. And the rest of this stuff, look, as far as the matches were concerned, some really solid matches on this show. The LA Knight match with Ludwig Kaiser and the Andrade match with Carmelo Hayes. And the segment with Cody and KO, I thought, was a nice little final push for their match as well. So that was SmackDown. Pretty straightforward stuff. And we're gonna barrel on through this here. There really, beyond that, there really wasn't a whole lot else to get into here. But let's run down this card here because tomorrow is the Bash in Berlin. And I will be live here on YouTube as soon as the event is over. We'll recap as I was on Sunday. Be at 1 o'clock Eastern start time for All In on Sunday. And then I was live as soon as it was over. It will be the unholy union of Alpha Fire and Island Dawn defending the women's tag team titles against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I've got Bianca and Jade to win the belts back. Where I think this is going. We've got Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley in a mixed tag team match taking on Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. I've got Priest and Rhea to win. Rhea then goes on to challenge Liv and Bad Blood for the women's title. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre one-on-one in a strap match. We're going with CM Punk. Hard to imagine him losing 2 matches back-to-back. And if you want to set up for a third, then they should go into it tied at 1 apiece. This is clearly headed for Hell in a Cell in October. Now, the rules are, it's touch the turnbuckle. So traditional WWE strap match rules, no pinfalls, no submissions. Unless they change that, maybe you could win by all 3. My understanding is the only way to win is by touching all 4 corners of the ring in succession. And we've seen this in strap matches before, where you have one guy, usually the heel, who's dragging the babyface behind him, touches one turnbuckle, the babyface touches it behind him without him knowing it. And when you get to that 4th turnbuckle, the babyface sort of, dives in, touches it, beats out a win. I think that's how this match more or less going to end up playing out, but Punk should win. We've got Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Kevin Owens. Do we or do we not get the heel turn? I'm torn on this. I'm going to say we don't. There'll be plenty of teases for it. I'm going to say we don't get the full-fledged heel turn on the show tomorrow. But Cody is going to retain the title. He won't play up that knee injury. Owens will focus on it. Cody will be limping when this match is over, but he's not going to lose the title. And then we have Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton. It's going to be a fun atmosphere in the building for that one, but Gunther ain't losing that title in the same calendar month that he won it. This is a man who won 666 days as the Intercontinental Champion. You don't think he's going to get a full 30 as the World Heavyweight Champion? You're out of your mind. The crowd reaction will be very interesting. We know people are going to love Gunther, but Randy Orton is pretty fucking popular overseas on these international shows. So I don't know that it's so much going to be a case of cheering Gunther wildly and booing Orton, or just cheering both men wildly, with Gunther being sheep. But this one will continue that streak, and will hopefully push him closer and closer to the inevitable heel turn that I think we all know is coming. We just don't know exactly when. A lot of it, I think, depends on how things go with Owens. And if they drag that out for at least one more match, with him and Cody, I do wonder if they may be able to find or may want to find a way to try to drag things out enough that they save Cody and Orton for WrestleMania. But a lot of that is going to depend on The Rock. As far as we know, it's going to be Cody and Rock. And that certainly is the match they teased earlier this year after WrestleMania. Plans change. The Rock, as far as he goes, I mean, who knows, right? He says he wants to wrestle. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. Maybe he gets busy. Maybe he doesn't. But I do wonder if they might want to push that Cody and Orton feud off until we get closer to Mania. It is a WrestleMania-worthy feud, but it's not as big as Cody and The Rock. So if The Rock is game and he wants to do it, then that is the bigger match to be. I just don't know exactly when we're going to get Cody and Orton. I don't know that it's going to be something that kicks off with Bad Blood. I think they could get another match out of it between Cody and KO. The story between them is really starting to get interesting. And maybe we get a Kevin Owens heel turn, but just not tomorrow. Maybe they save it for the second. Maybe they save it for several weeks. That's the one thing I'm not 100% sure. What I am sure about is that we're not getting a new champion in either match. Those are my predictions for the match. Here's the Twitter poll. What did you think of SmackDown before the Basher Brew? 70% thumbs up for tonight's show, and just shy of 30% thumbs down. Because I have a suggestion for Sound Up Game.
This place is perfect, but I really need a better credit score. I don't see how people misconstrued the really don't. Those are stars.
Alec was JD from New York. Well, let's see what JD from New York is gonna say.
Last day of the month. I don't really give a shit. We got Bash in Berlin tomorrow. On the 31st. It's legitimately the last day of August. It's Labor Day weekend. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody's watching pro wrestling. You're all at the beach, or you're all at your private fucking beach homes and on your yachts, or wherever you may be, man. You're down in a cold beverage. You're relaxing this holiday weekend just like the rest of everybody else that works their ass to the bone. Nobody gives a shit about professional wrestling right now. No one. I don't even give a shit about professional wrestling. I don't know whether I'm burnt out or I'm just like, well, I don't know, man. There's just a lot of it. There's a lot to consume. Some of it's good. Most of it's not. It's very tough, man, you know. The late summer months are very tough as far as, being a creator. There's not really a lot to sink your teeth into. And I'm not really concerned because things are going to get turned up into the next level, no doubt about it, as we go on through September and into October. And then we get into Survivor Series. Things will be fun. But right now, man, just nobody gives a fuck. At WWE, AEW, they just kind of put on shows and they just kind of lazily drift by and they do what they got to do because they have 2 hours of television to fulfill, and that's all really it is. It's not really anything terribly exciting. And SmackDown, on a normal week, doesn't really have much to kind of sink your teeth into. On a show like this, where they're in another country, and there really isn't much to do at all, and we're all just waiting for pay-per-view. You know, the go-home shows are usually just matches thrown on TV for the sake of getting matches on TV, and there's nothing really to dissect. There's nothing to talk about. It's going to go in this direction, or it's going to go in this direction, or that direction. Why? You know, it's tough to sit here and ask those questions about what we saw on television when they didn't really give us much of anything on television. It is. We got an LA Knight Open Challenge. Yeah! LA Knight, United States Champion. That was answered by Ludwig Kaiser. The German-born Ludwig Kaiser who got his Berlin weekend moment in a losing effort because LA Knight's not losing the championship to Ludwig Kaiser. Andrade and Carmelo Hayes had match number 4 of their unofficial best-of series. That was another great match, but I feel like they're holding back. But now we're tied 2-2. Andrade and Carmelo are all tied up. And the feud is not over by a long shot. Where they go, how they take it to the next stage, I don't know. But I'm excited to see where it goes because they absolutely killed it in the first 2 matches.
Again.
Hopefully it results in a United States Championship title opportunity at the end of it, whoever wins it.
They are doing
Nia Jax was in the main event, yes.
Corbin.
Yes, I know, SmackDown. You know it's that show when Nia Jax is in the main event.
People that we
Championship
have
against
aren't known
Mia
it.
Yim.
The crown that
And
was
Nia Jax, man, I gotta give Nia Jax credit, man. On a normal night, I would really give a shit about a Nia Jax match, but when there's plunder and kendo sticks and tables and trash cans, Nia Jax is good with plunder. I thought what they did was actually pretty decent in the main event. Nothing I really care about at all, but I gotta give the ladies credit, man. They worked their ass off. Bayley returned. She stopped a cash-in from Tiffany Stratton. It wasn't really a cash-in. You know what cash-in was coming, but she pretended like she was cashing in and then hurt Nia Jax by beating up me because it was a straight fight and there's no rules, no disqualification. So she's out there. I can see Bayley and Tiffany Stratton getting into it one-on-one. We got the announcer, Giovanni Vinci. He's making his final, his debut on SmackDown next week. That's a great thing to see. You guys are going to be pleasantly surprised when you see solo Giovanni Vinci. And then Cody Rhodes, everybody's favorite WWE champion, not. How many of you think Cody's bored? Hit 0 in the chat. Cody and Kevin Owens, they're really throwing it in your face that KO has got this attitude change all of a sudden that is going to betray Cody Rhodes. There's not going to be any betrayal. There's not going to be any title change. Cody Rhodes will walk in. Cody Rhodes will walk out as the WWE champion. So, if I did the SmackDown review only, would be, we would be in and out of here like, Dr. Evil Genius is in chat. What's up, brother? Dr. Evil Genius put 10 zeros. I'm guessing he does not like Cody Rhodes as world champion. To be fair, Mr. Genius, he kind of told us in a one-on-one combo that I had with him a while back. He called exactly where Cody Rhodes would end up, as you see him now. Boring. I think everybody doesn't like Cody Rhodes' direction right now, man. We need Randy Orton to really break out an RKO out of nowhere and turn heel. Cody will be fine. Listen, when Cody wrestles Randy Orton, man, you don't have to worry about Cody Rhodes being the WWE champion because Randy Orton's going to win the WWE championship and then he'll drop it right back to Cody. So it's not going to be all doom and gloom here for the Cody haters. I get it. I know you want him gone, but I think that's coming. And we need Randy Orton and Cody very soon. But as of tonight, I don't fucking know, man. Solo Sikoa has already claimed that the winner of Rhodes and Owens, he wants the winner at Bad Blood. Oh my God. I cannot stand to see another Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa match, man. Jesus fuck. Anyway, what I'm going to do tonight, man, we are going to switch things up. I don't really care. It was either this or go live on Sunday, which I'm thinking about actually covering the NXT show on Sunday night, so I get something out for Sunday. But I think I'm going to give you guys a mixed bag of news tonight. Whatever that may be, I gotta change the thumbnail. We're gonna talk some wrestling news tonight, man. Apparently Dave Meltzer put something out and everybody ran with it. And then Fightful put out basically a report that dumbed down Dave Meltzer's report. Dave Meltzer reported that WWE is upset with the large contracts Tony Khan is giving out to AEW talent. They believe that their big money deals are bad for the sport of pro wrestling. Wow, man. You know, if they cared less about what Tony Khan is spending his money on and worried more about booking a proper Cody Rhodes title run, maybe SmackDown wouldn't be as fucking boring. We'll talk about that. Daniel Garcia's forward because they are so far over what WWE would perceive the market value for them to be, with the idea Tony Khan is spending more than he needs to and raising his salaries for no reason. Now, I don't need to explain to you why Tony Khan is spending the money that he's spending on his talent. I'll get to it in a second and give you guys the whole ordeal here. Tony Khan is very much wanting to keep his core. Has to look out for those people. They are on Wall Street. They don't deserve to be working here. It's a fucking curse in itself that you're working at McDonald's and serving me a fucking hamburger with french fries. Tony Khan is going to spend his money the way Tony Khan. Is Tony Khan spending a little bit too much? That's where the other discussion starts. You can sit there and say, a deal over 3 years. Percent from 2022. This year, they followed all in with Dynamite on Wednesday. They did 691,000 views. Television that's generating Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage. And that is it. And nobody's watching 2 of the 3 because they fucking suck. Tony Khan. Number 2, the Young Bucks. I genuinely believe the Young Bucks are killing AEW. Anything that they're part of. And I was a big Bucks guy, man. I really was. Early on, the Bucks were fucking great, man. Those general leading an army into war. Then you got the roster, who is very blatant on social media. Through what? 2,000 people? Tony's a booker. He's not a creative booker. He's not a creative writer. He's not. Does he have an idea here and there? Sure. But he's not going to be looked at to write a show or come up with ideas for a show. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So AEW was so fucking hit and miss up and down every fucking week. How could you truly be the alternative when you once were the alternative with Vince? How could you be the alternative now running against Triple H? How? Everybody that thinks that AEW is the same company now because they got all these big names and we're the best wrestler. It's not the same company. It's Stop. You can't hide that by bringing in this one and that one and then throwing out big money contracts all over the place. People will see right through that. Tony is throwing his weight around because he can, and he wants to keep these people from going to WWE. But eventually this will come back and bite him in the ass. At some point, the more he spends, at some point, he's going to have to make a difficult decision, and he's going to have to cut roster. Budget cuts will have to be made because at that point, he will see, well, I'm not as profitable as I thought I was. How do we get me to be profitable? Signing everybody under the sun is not going to do that. They need change. I don't know what that change is. I discussed this on Wednesday. They cannot go into the new contract celebrating 5 years doing the same thing. They can't do the same thing as they were doing in year 4 or in year 3 or in year 2. They can't. They need something new. They need something fresh. They need something that's going to captivate on a week-to-week basis. What that is, I don't fucking know. I said, what else could there be? What else could they do? You know, the Vince McMahon documentary is coming out on September 25th. 6 episodes chronicling Vince McMahon, the rise and fall of Vince McMahon on Netflix. The McMahon name is going to be in the news for the next 6 weeks, starting September 25th. All the more reason bringing Shane McMahon into AEW is a good thing. People will be all over the McMahon name, and to correlate that with him showing up on AEW Dynamite in some way, shape, or form, I think it's going to happen. In fact, I hope it happens. I do. I'm not saying let's bring in all these WWE guys. You know, AEW does more to be WWE than we admit. I mean, look at all the ex-WWE guys that they hired. You know, the other argument was, well, they make stars. Who? What stars did they make? They're stars in your own bubble. Are they names that transcend the business? Now people coming at me saying Lee Moriarty's a star. Mariah May she's not a star. She's a great wrestler. I don't see how people misconstrue the quote. I really don't. Those are stars. AEW is culled from over 200 hours of interviews with McMahon himself prior to his record. Wait to see what happens, what is said here, and I may actually cover it on the podcast when first episode airs. We may do a review on it. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted. Nikki Bella. She was in the news.
Bella C by Fenman.
Nikki Bella's husband, Orton. I'm not gonna even pronounce his last name. Let me see if I can give it a try. Orton Shivineskov. Nikki Bella's husband, Orton, arrested for domestic battery. Now, we don't have the entire story. We don't know what happened. We don't know what is detailed in this report. All we know is that he was arrested, and he was arrested with bail, and he posted bail. Nikki Garcia, former WWE wrestler Nikki Bella, engaged to Orton in 2019, married in 2022. Orton was arrested for domestic violence. Nikki was previously engaged to John Cena after dating for several years. Bella met Orton while dancing on Dancing with the Stars in 2017. They later welcomed their first child, Mateo, in July of 2020. Their wedding plans kept getting delayed due to Nikki's promise to Orton that they wouldn't get married until his parents could attend the ceremony, as the COVID-19 pandemic prevented his Russian parents from traveling for the wedding. TMZ reported this week that Orton is in jail, was in jail. He posted bail. He was in jail yesterday in Napa, California, because he was arrested for domestic battery. He was booked into jail on Thursday morning on a felony domestic violence charge. No further details were available at this time. Nikki did note on her Instagram story Wednesday that she was also in Napa. As of today, there try to kill each other. And there's nothing that we can do. On most nights, I told my grandpa, and he was over there like fucking Batman in the night, man. Driving the Batmobile in Gotham City, he was there. Within a phone call, he was there in 5 minutes. And he lived 20 minutes away. The man was doing fucking 116 miles an hour up Pelham Parkway in the Bronx to get to the house. That was my grandpa. As soon as he came in, man, things got back to normal. One of the nights
I think nearly got him in school.
Listen, I wasn't afraid to get my
Yeah, I remember me off high school.
I've lived with domestic violence all of my childhood, even into my adult life. To this day, my dad is still putting his hands on my mom. And I can't fucking stand it. And it's resulted in a relationship that is fucking sick. I don't talk to my dad. I haven't talked to my dad. I haven't spoken to my dad in 2 years because of his behavior and his alcoholism. And I'm now starting to cut my mom off because she doesn't want to get help. And I've tried to get her help more times than I care to admit to you guys. I can't change people who don't want to change. I've given up. I've given up.
If I can't help,
I will not have parents for any of the big moments that I had in my life. I won't. As far as I'm concerned, they're alive, but dead at the same time. When I have kids, my parents won't be around. Why would I want my child to be around alcoholic parents? In that case, my parents. Why would I want them? If you are a man and you put your hands on a woman, you absolutely are a subhuman piece of fucking dog shit. You deserve the worst outcome in this life if you are a man and you put your hands on a fucking woman. A defenseless woman. Now, again, we don't know. We don't know what she did. We don't know if she was the one who instigated. We don't know if she's the one who I don't know. We don't know if he was in self-defense. We don't know anything. But just from the brief story that we got, the little story that we got, everyone's gonna see domestic violence, Orton on Nikki Bella, they're gonna blame him, and they're gonna think that Nikki Bella was harmed and Nikki Bella was beaten. If that's the case, this guy's a piece of shit. She needs to leave him. And he's a fucking scumbag that deserves everything that is negative in this life to happen. I can't stand people, men who put hands on a woman. Why? Do better. Absolute piece of fucking garbage. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but we'll keep you posted on the story. But that's all we got right now. There really is no more to that story. The only other piece of news I got on that story is Bryan Danielson. Now this, I don't know what this means. Take this as you want. Bryan Danielson obviously is Brie Bella. That's his wife. So that's his. First of all, the family and what they're going through, man. This and Sean Laurinaitis married to their mother. After what had happened there and the allegations that came, I mean, the family. I mean, can a family be in any more of a bad luck situation? Bryan Danielson unfollowed Orton on Instagram. What does that mean? I don't know. Take it as you will. Does that mean Orton really did harm to Nikki Bella in the way that we all think? I don't know. We'll keep you posted on the situation. WWE. They are set to tape a Raw episode in Saudi Arabia come November. It will happen later this year alongside the previously announced WWE Crown Jewel PLE. Crown Jewel is scheduled for Saturday, November 2nd, airing across Peacock and WWE Network. The following night, WWE will tape Raw on Monday, November 4th. That will be taking place in Saudi Arabia. WWE Crown Jewel and Raw set to take place over 2 consecutive days. This event will be one of the global events hosted in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Roster the most comfort they can while traveling. And what I mean by that is, normally when WWE holds a Saudi Arabia show on Saturday, they gotta immediately get on the flight, they gotta fly back to the States and fly to whatever city Monday Night Raw is being held in. I can't even imagine, nor do I want to imagine how those people feel. Production, management, the roster. roster, the performers. Can you imagine from Saudi Arabia wrestling flight into another city, wherever Raw's taking place, to wrestle again and produce a 3-hour show? So this year they're changing that. Instead of doing WWE typical Saudi Arabia back to the States, they're doing Saudi Arabia, and they're staying in Saudi Arabia, and then they don't have to work. The Raw team doesn't have to worry about getting back to wherever they got to be. They could go fly home, rest for a few days, and then fly back to wherever they need to for the following week. So Triple H, if there's one thing that I hear a lot about, one thing I read a lot about, is that Triple H is making his roster comfortable. CM Punk joked around saying that there's even an option on the WWE app with the employees where they all kind of congregate. There's a fucking option to put in request days off. That was never a thing. Randy Orton said that he loves this administration because this administration puts a heavy focus on us spending time with our families during the holidays. Everybody's so happy that holidays the roster gets to spend time with their families and be around their families for the holidays, whatever the holiday is. Triple H is trying his best to take care of and treat his roster and keep them happy and healthy and safe and not tired. So it's a good thing. I don't know what Raw is going to look like or feel like coming from Saudi Arabia. Hopefully the fucking energy for a Raw in Saudi Arabia is there, because normally I say, when it's a tape show, you know it's a tape show. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it is not as bad as I'm envisioning. The Monday Night Raw commentary team is set to get a change. I can't wait for this Monday, because this Monday we get the debut of Joe Tessitore. He will be on Monday night with Corey Graves. Michael Cole is with Wade Barrett on Friday Night SmackDown. And that's going to be the team, the commentary team, moving forward until we get to Netflix. I'll talk about that in a minute. But backstage news on the latest commentary team changes. Michael Cole, Corey Graves will be the broadcast team for the Raw until September 2nd. Right now, actually, I'm sorry, I misspoke here. Joe Tessitore will take over Monday Night Raw, where he will be paired with Wade Barrett on Monday night, and Corey Graves and Michael Cole will do Friday Night SmackDown. I thought Graves was moving to Monday and Barrett was staying on Friday. That's not the case. Michael Cole and Corey Graves will be on Friday night, and Joe Tessitore will be with Wade Barrett on Monday. I thought with Joe Tessitore being new that they'd want it. Monday moves to Netflix, when Monday Night Raw moves to Netflix. And then Friday, I would assume, would be Graves, Barrett, and Joe Tessitore. I don't know why they would omit one and not the other. Or they keep Corey Graves on Monday. So I'm assuming along with Wade Barrett on Friday Night SmackDown. That's probably what's going to happen. I don't know. And in his prime, that he could have worked around my weaknesses and played to my strengths. And I think we could have done something pretty cool. MJF. 4 matches. So where's he going next? When's the 5th match going to take place? What's the winner going to get? What is the... Got 500. And then we got Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews against Legado del Fantasma. Kaiser answered LA Knight's open challenge to the United States. I mean, there's no story there. Kaiser's a role guy. Well, I mean, there's no story there. Okay. Kaiser got a nice reaction in his hometown, right? But all in all, there wasn't really much to talk about. I like television that's going to push me to think. SmackDown's not pushing me to think. I want television that's going to get me excited. There's no excitement. There's just no excitement. So I switched it up, and I gave you guys a little bit of news instead of doing this shit and stretching this out for the weekend. This was hot news tonight or today. Instead of doing it on Sunday, we'll figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. We'll be live to Bash in Berlin. Sunday, I may cover No Mercy. Maybe, depending on how I feel. I'm not really all that excited about the build, excited about the card, but I'm genuinely curious to see what Joe Hendry does with the NXT Championship against Ethan Page in the main event. Guy, I don't know how good Foley would be in his 60s at the program also happened with it. All I got for you. Again, I wish I could have covered SmackDown for you tonight. I just didn't give a shit. To be quite honest with you, I didn't really care about SmackDown. And I apologize if you guys came here and you wanted to hear about SmackDown, but I don't really have any desire to talk about SmackDown when there's really nothing storyline-wise for me to sink my teeth into, man. Andrade and Carmelo, great match for television. It was a very good match. Loving the best of series. But it was just another match. And we've seen a lot of what they do already stretched out in 4 matches. So where's it going next? When's the you may be looking at one of those guys next. We'll see. Nia Jax and Mia Yim. They got to give something for Nia Jax to do. They got to make Nia Jax look strong. Going into an eventual title loss against Tiffany Stratton when she cashes in that briefcase. Can't have her win and then not defend, so that's why they had her defend against Mia Yim tonight. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. I don't expect a Kevin Owens heel turn. I don't think Kevin Owens is turning heel against Cody Rhodes at Dash Pro. Why would they need to turn Kevin Owens when Randy Orton's going to turn? That's the turn that we're all looking for, not Kevin Owens. And then we got Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews against Legado del Fantasma. Kaiser answered LA Knight's open challenge to the United States. There's no story there. Kaiser's a role guy. What? Gets a little bit easier. It never goes away. He's never going to be gone. You're always going to think about him. He's always going to be there in spirit. He's always going to be there up here. It gets a little easier. But he's never going to be forgotten, man.
Well, I'm gonna end the video. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys my back to my YouTube channel. There's the Bass and Berlin pay-per-view, Battlefield Hardline. Here are my videos that I made. Here's Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah, these ones I made. So make sure you guys go back and look at those. Well, I'm gonna end my video. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. I'll see y'all tomorrow once I do the Bass and Berlin pay-per-view review. Until that time. SmackDown is so fucking boring. They need more than the Cody Rhodes.